had a good friend on Twitter ask an interesting question, and I'm going to completely paraphrase it for you from what she asked. But essentially, in several different parts of direct messages, she asked that she feels like she has an odd mind because she doesn't fit into, like, say, the Christian ideology, or she doesn't fit into she believes some of the things of religion, she doesn't believe some of the other things of religion, she believes in some supernatural things, and essentially she's asking, with such an odd mind, the way she phrased it, with such an odd mind, how do I determine what I believe? How do I find a place that's comfortable, as far as belief structures that are comfortable, because I have such a unique perspective on things? And it's such a great question, and it's something that I feel that everyone in some way or another is struggling with, or that we've all struggled with at one point, some of us still struggling with. Personally, I'm at the point of myself where I don't really have beliefs. I don't have an ideology that I can say, I subscribe to this, I am Christian, I am atheist, I am whatever. I don't have any labels that fit. Because of the same reason that you're expressing in this question about having such an odd mind. See, you were also asking, how do I find my place, considering that I am of this state of mind? Well, I think what you're doing is exactly what you need to do in order to find your place. That quote-unquote odd mind that you have is a great benefit, because you're going to think for yourself. A unique thinker, or any thinker, is an odd mind, because you're thinking your own thoughts rather than the ones that have been handed down by tradition or dogmas or religion, ideologies. I would keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep questioning. Keep thinking your own thoughts. And when you come in contact with anything, you should question it. You should not only question it, but you should evaluate it with your own intuition. You should weigh it against your own intuitions of what you think and feel, because as far as I know, what we think and feel, there isn't one feeling or thought that's any more right than another feeling or thought. It's all about what benefits you. I mean, when I come across a thought that's like a belief structure or something for myself, my first question is this beneficial? Does this help me? If not, then I re-examine it to think, well, wait a minute, why am I holding this, why am I thinking these things? When we all do that, that's how we determine our own path, not only our own path in the world, but it's also how we help shape the world's path, because it's only because many, many minds follow any religious dogma that you can shake a stick at. It's not only that, it's the millions of minds that choose to follow it or engage it or behave according to its precepts that create things like religion or world ideologies. So by you examining your own, by you living your own and walking your own and basically vibrating your own frequencies, you're going to find that you're helping to shape the world's path by simply walking your own. And I think it's a great question. Like I said, I thought it was something that would be worth a video on, because it's something that everyone struggles with. Anyone who's religious has read certain parts of the Bible or come in contact with precepts that they themselves don't agree with or they don't feel is right. And I think that that's perfectly fine. That's very logical, and it's something that everyone does to some degree or another. I think we should all embrace those questions. Never shut them down, never discard them, but always discover, always search more of it. Always look around and see what you can see, because you might have a better meaning more beneficial. You might have a better point of view than the person who wrote the book, or the person who's up on stage preaching whatever ideology. Your point of view is, when you're being yourself, is unique and valuable and is worth more than anyone else's opinion to you. So embrace that. Know what it is that you really do think, and don't be shy of questioning things, especially when they're being handed out by authority figures. Always question that stuff. Always use your own mind. And if you find yourself not being able to fit within someone else's ideology or someone else's dogma, maybe you shouldn't be there. Maybe you're here to make a new path. Maybe you're here to bring the world something else. And I think by being that odd mind, you're going to help bring that forth. So keep doing what you're doing. A lot of times we want clarity. We don't like confusion. It's uncomfortable, and we prefer clarity. We want to know. We want to be able to say that, hey, this is what I know, and it makes me comfortable knowing it. If what you know is making you uncomfortable, it's time to rethink what you know. And when you come in contact with information that makes you uncomfortable, study that. Look into that more. Find out why it makes you uncomfortable. Are there universal truths being touched on there that's making your belief structure uneasy? Examine them. Look at them, because the world needs more people that are thinking critically, coming up with their own thoughts and contributing those thoughts to the world mind. That's what we need right now. Not a bunch of zombies, not a bunch of followers. We need people who are willing to think their own thoughts and that are brave enough to thumb their nose at the whole world if need be in order to pursue them. Just remember, Marconi was considered crazy because he thought he'd figured out a way to transmit information through the ether. Crazy. They locked his ass up in an asylum for 8 months, and when he got out, he gave us the technology to have radio and TV. So just remember, all genius starts out looking crazy, and it's okay to be crazy. Here's to the crazy ones.